What's up, y'all? Hey, today I got a workout for you, full body. All you're gonna need is some light dumbbells, 3s to 5s, and maybe 8s to 10s. Or if you gotta use 5s, or just your body weight, you know what you need to use and what you can and what's too much. So, guys, if you haven't got a foam roller, I recommend getting a foam roller. There's a few stretches that I like to do on it that just set basically your spine right. And you'll know right off the bat when you start doing these exercises if your spine's out of whack. So this one kind of sets your spine vertical. It's basically getting your attention to where your spine is. So from here, I'm resting on my head. I'm going to tuck my chin. All right, now stick your butt out, get that curve. All right, make sure it's not excessive. All right, it's usually about the size of your width of your thumb on your hand. All right, so if you wanted to drop one hand back in there, I'm going to drop my right in there to start. Take a breath, and then I'm going to twist almost like I'm wringing out like a towel. So my shoulders go to my right, hips and knees go to the left. So what I don't want is that one's dropping more than the other, where I feel more like weight on my shoulders dropping or my hips. Let's do like 10 on each side. And look over your shoulder. So when we finish here, we'll just kind of hold a little bit of a stretch. So I'm going to look over my right shoulder. Hold it. Expand your field of vision. Keep yourself tall. Okay, then looking over my left. So my gaze should be above my shoulder, right? So a lot of people, a lot of my clients that sit in front of a computer and are constantly looking down, they'll notice when they're doing this, their eyes are down, like on to their shoulder, even below. Okay, switch hands. Again, about 10 to 15 on each side. If you don't have this, guys, a foam roller, you can just use the floor. That's fine right now, just to get used to it. The foam roller makes a huge difference. Okay, look over that left shoulder. Take a couple deep breaths. Blow all your air out. Is it blowing out through a straw? Shut your mouth. Let your body take a nice breath in. Okay, one more time. Other shoulder. Come back. All right. Now this one, guys, hey, I'm going to say, especially if you're tight or sitting or you have kyphosis, which is basically the rounding of the back, rounded shoulders. Yes, you're supposed to be trying to curve that part of your spine does curve in, right? Or you're basically like a C, and then your lower back and your spine are like opposite C's, right? Going this way for extension. Right? And then thoracic. So a good cue here is from this vertebrae to this one, so it's almost L1 to L4, right? Coming out right below my rib cage. I want to start with L1 and feel it. If I stick my butt out or round my hips forward, I'll feel that kick in. Then the second one kick in. And then the third. And then the fourth. And then I want to stop. So if I start getting more contractions, L5, L6, that's supposed to be kind of pushed in the ground. All right, so from my tailbone to L5, if I was laying on the ground, that would be where I could slide my hand through. So always a good thing to do, and just with the way things are and people sitting so much, is engage that first. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Look what that does to my posture. And then I'm going to start on this. So what I'm doing is I'm kind of using an object to kind of help me stretch, kind of using physics here to help me stretch again. Again, pop it out, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then see where I got the foam roller on the bottom. So now this is where I'm going to kind of basically get more range of motion in my, if I do have kyphosis, and you'll know real quick. So I'm going to support the back of your neck. Actually hold your head up with your hands. This is important to prevent any spine, neck injuries when you do this. Inhale, go back. So I'm going to try to find that vertebrae right there. All right, and then push. Inhale, try to touch your head to the floor. If you can't touch your head to the floor, which you probably can't right now, I've already done a few to kind of open myself up, then you're just going to go back to what's comfortable for you, right? So a lot of my clients start, it might be just right here. Inhale. As you open up, that'll open up your breath too. You'll notice it'll open up your breath. And then I'm going to go all the way up my back, each vertebrae. So if I'm touching the floor though, you see, watch how quick I'll go through it. So as it opens up and you get used to it, you go through this exercise in just like 2 minutes. And it just takes a little bit of finding that vertebrae. It takes a few times before you get it. There you go. So let's go stretch out our quads like we normally do. I'm using up against the wall so we can get the glutes going. I'm going to be using a stability ball too today, guys. I know I forgot to say that, but you don't need more. So again, trying to put that curve back. In 1, 2, 3, 4. Feel that engage. Stomach in. Good. Always get in position, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. Push the hips down, coming up, keep that glute squeezed. Good, and switch. Find the side that's tight. If you got one side tighter than the other, and get that tight side to open up. That's a big red flag right there. Anytime you got one muscle, say my hamstring, my right hamstring tighter than my left, way tighter, then you're gonna get torque, which is rotational stress in your pelvis, hips, and knees. And that's not good. My left is opening up here. From practice, from doing, right? I know in the beginning, guys, I remember doing assessments on my clients, which is the best thing you can do, because right off the bat, you know exactly what you need to fix, and it cuts time, right? So that's why one-on-one training with me is always better. But if not, I'll give you all the tools you need. You need your head back on that wall. All right. Get the hammies. I'm gonna set up. I forgot my stuff today. Let me use this noodle. Oh, I'll use this. Good. It's going to allow me to get my calves again with the stretch. So huge, huge, huge pop. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. And right here, I might bend my knees and then pop it out again. You probably lost it as you bent over. Good. And grab those legs. Exhale. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Go. Little circles here. Point flex. Good. Go. Good. All right. So on the ground here. 90-90 stretch. Something to squeeze. Squeeze, get tall, so pop, 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 right? Use your eyes. Eyes looking to the ceiling, the wall, all the way to the floor, and where the wall meets the floor. Look over your right shoulder. You'll realize, guys, when your posture is good here, or when we're doing these stretches, you'll kind of just go right into the stretch. It's basically putting the body where it needs to be, right? Good. All right, your L's. Good. Pop, 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 pop. 1, 2, 3, 4. Dude, mine's going right down today. So I knew these stretches have been on that foam roller at work. That's what we want to see. Find like what works, things that work for you. In yoga, we always call them the gifts, where it's when you one quote from a different instructor that helps you better off in the practice, or one exercise. So I went right down, guys, so no need for me to focus on this too much longer. So I'm going to look over to my left. L's. Good, eyes right down. Go over your left shoulder. Keep that elbow in. So let's get the butt tops. All right, I'm gonna go up the foam roller. You use stability ball here. One leg. Squeeze, hold. Three on each side. Focusing on that glute, guys. Stay focused. Set your intent now for your workout. Not just kind of whipping through these ones, right? This is kind of our corrective exercise. Stuff that's gonna make sure we're getting all we can get out of the workout and keep ourselves from injuring ourselves. Left. Push that big toe, guys, and you'll find that it'll really fire that glute off. Feel the difference? All right. Shoulder series. So we're going to use this foam roller. You guys can use your mat. One, two, three, four. Shoulder blades in, lift up. Get 10 L's. One, two, three, four. Shoulder blades in. Lift up. pull this, pull those shoulders in. Good. All right. Back to the glutes. So I'm going to use the stability ball this time. If you can cross his leg, push his knee down. You're here. That's too much. Then go on the ground and do it. Push that big toe on the ground. Push that big toe. Get 30. Switch. Good. Shoulders to your raise. If you got the ball, you use the ball. If not, use the floor. So we're going to tie an extension in there too. Always, if you can, as much as possible, have you push your feet into the floor. So bend your knees. Good. We got our W's, right? Ten T's. All right. Shrink. Grab water if you need it. It's usually important to make sure you're drinking enough. All right. Get those glutes again. This time I'm using the ball. Right, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Squeeze that left butt, lift up back leg. Thirty. Using your hands, guys, is a good way to kind of see how things are working, give you a better sense. If you're getting what you need to get, or if you're not sure you're getting that contraction. My right leg goes up, my left leg pushes into the ball. Hold it up, that last one. Grab your light dumbbells. All right, so we're going to start with a rotational, so rotation lunge and an L. So make sure this back leg, this front leg, knee is facing. Just lined up with more. So I can extend this arm out. There you go. Okay, we get like 15. Switch. And just open it up as it goes, right? I know as my hips open up, I'm going to step a little bit farther, go down a little deeper. Good, good, good. All right. Grab your ball. Do some crunches. Okay, arch that back. Get over the ball. See if you just come up to where your shoulders and hips are even. Look up the ceiling. Keep your mouth closed. Swallow a couple times. I'm going to do 20. All right, coming down here, easy. Farther back harder, right? You find that spot that works for you, so eventually you can get and make it harder. All right, second set. Right, so rotate back. Let the leg start it and then arm finish it. So you don't want to be doing this, right? This leg is pushing it. Let the legs help the arms out, right? $15 each side. And then switch. Good. Back to your crunches. All right, let's just hold this crunch, guys. So, hands here. All right, drop back over the ball. Set your core. Swallow. Come up and hold.